With SimDCsReviews, I'm back in yet another video, and today's video is about not anything Dragon Ball related. First time in I think maybe 6-7 months, my first DC review. It's been a long time coming, and I said I want to get back into doing more DC stuff, so I'm gonna do more DC stuff. So this just happens to be the first one that I'm gonna be doing on a weekly basis. I'm gonna try to do a DC video a week, kind of like I do my Dragon Ball Super anime videos a week. So let's just get right into it. Today's review is going to be about Justice League Dark, which released at midnight today, and it was alright. It was alright. I expected a little bit more from it, but I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna get what you get. Basically, the whole premise of the movie is Justice League Dark consists of a team of magic wielding, superheroes, with the exception of one, which is Batman. Zatanna, Batman, Etrigan the Demon, also known as Jason Blood, Deadman, John Constantine, and Swamp Thing. This is Justice League Dark's team. This is their team, and the whole premise of this movie is there is this villain who's in the shadows. There are going to be little minor spoilers in this review, so I'm just letting you know now. There are going to be minor spoilers. I'll also put it on the actual title of the video in the description as well. But anyway, so there's a villain in the shadows. This villain is causing humans to all around the world, basically around the United States, Metropolis, Gotham, so on and so forth. He's causing them to see things, see demons, see monsters, and do bad things because they're seeing demons. If you saw a demon, what would you think you would do? You would probably either A, run, B, try to kill it because it's a demon. So he's causing people to see demons, and that's making them go crazy. And by going crazy, they're doing bad things. They're killing people. They're killing each other. They're running each other over, so on and so forth. And let me just say, this movie was rated R, and just like the title, this was a very, very dark film. It was, without a doubt, very dark. It wasn't overly like a hard R. They could have passed it with a PG-13 in my opinion, but it was dark. It was definitely dark. Like, for example, there are scenes where a lady throws a baby off of a roof because she thinks it's the spawn of Satan, and then murders her, then kills herself, jumps off the roof and commit suicide. People running over people, shooting at each other, cops killing people in the streets. It was very dark. It was definitely a dark film. There's even a part where a man's contemplating killing his wife and two little children, with a shotgun. It's a very, very dark film. It's not, like I said, it's not overly dark. Put it like this. I would have no problem watching this movie with my 7-year-old nephew. Because it's dark, but it's not oh, it's so gory. It's not it's not gory. There's a lot of blood in it, but it's not gory. But at the end of the day, let's get back into the actual review of the movie. So yes, Batman, Zatanna, John Constantine, Deadman, Swamp Thing, Jason Blood, aka Etrigan, the Demon. They're going on this journey basically to find who's the person wielding all this evil on humanity, causing people to go crazy, causing people to kill each other, and so on and so forth. And I gotta say, usually DC animated movies with Batman in it, usually they geared towards Batman. Batman really was truly a supporting character in this movie, which in many ways is a good thing. Now, you guys know, if you've seen my videos before, you know Batman's my favorite comic book character ever of all time, period. In the discussion. He's my favorite ever. But it's kind of a good thing because when you have the movie geared towards Batman, you don't allow other characters to get character development. I would say that this movie was mainly geared toward John Constantine, 100%. He was basically the main character in the movie. And not only him, but the problems that he has with other characters in the movie. Him and Zatanna clearly had a thing in the past in this universe. He's had issues with Swamp Thing. He's had issues with the villain of the movie. And he's had issues with everyone on the team with the exception of Deadman and Batman. Everyone else on the team he's had issues with. And I gotta say, that's a good thing to me. Like, I love Batman. He's my favorite character ever. But at the same time, you can't have him steal the show in every movie, especially a movie that's not a Batman titled movie. This is a Justice League Dark movie. So it's going to be about the Justice League Dark. There were cameos of other Justice League members: Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, John Stewart. There were cameos of other superheroes from the Justice League in the movie, but they were really non-factors. They really didn't do anything at all. They were just that, cameos. And that's a good thing. Now, when we have another Justice League movie coming out, it would be nice, obviously, for them to take the main focus of the movie, which it would be great. But this was a Justice League Dark movie. So because this was a Justice League Dark movie, it's a great thing that they didn't oversaturate the movie with Justice Leaguers, saving the day, beating everyone. Now, let me get into my gripes with the movie. And again, there's spoilers in this review. I'm not going to do an in-depth review like I do with Dragon Ball Super, scene by scene. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel about the movie, whether it's a good movie, whether you should pick it up, whether you should rent it, or whatever. So, here's my gripes of the movie. They killed Jason Blood. And, they really killed him. He's dead. And I had a problem with that because ever since I've known, comics, ever since I've watched Justice League, ever since I've known about DC, Jason Blood has been Etrigan the Demon. And for them to kill him, that basically kind of gets rid of the idea of him coming back in future movies. He's dead. He's really dead. It's not maybe he can be summoned back. No, he's dead. He actually died in the movie. And Etrigan now is by himself. So Etrigan the Demon, who was once concealed by Jason Blood, is now on his own to do whatever he would like to do. But at the same time, gone, man, bring me the demon Etrigan. That whole idea of Jason Blood being Etrigan is erased now. So I didn't like that. Also, they got rid of Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is no more either. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. They got rid of Swamp Thing. The main villain, which I'll get to in a second, they got rid of him. He used his power to take Swamp Thing apart. Swamp Thing no longer exists, which is also crazy because Swamp Thing is such a good character. If I had to say anyone stole the show in this movie, it was definitely Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing taking on the main villain by himself stole the show. Of all the action sequences, Swamp Thing had the best secrets, and then they got rid of Swamp Thing. It's just wow, why would you do that? So now in the future, now obviously it's a comic book movie, so they can obviously bring him back. They could obviously bring Jason Blood back as well. But as of right now, they're dead. They're gone. And Swamp Thing has so much development. He has so much character. If you've read any Swamp Thing comics, you should definitely read them if you haven't. Swamp Thing is such a great character, and they got rid of him. Now, to talk about the villain. Destiny. If you've ever watched Justice League, the animated series, there is an episode called... What is it called? Oh, man. I forgot what it's called, but it is an episode about sleep. And the whole premise of the episode is there's this guy who can come into your dreams and make your dreams nightmares. And that's who this villain is. So if you've ever seen Justice League and you've seen that episode, I forgot what it's called. Now, if it comes to my mind, I will say it. I forgot what it's called. But if you ever see Justice League and you see that episode, this is the villain. His name is Destiny, also known as Dr. Destiny. And Dr. Destiny basically is he's this embodiment of evil that has a stone, this ruby stone embedded in his chest, and that stone gives him the power to basically cause people to see things that they're not really seeing. So obviously, like I said, people around the world are seeing demons and monsters and they're going crazy and the world has erupted into chaos. That's what Destiny's power is. Now, my problem with Dr. Destiny is he was not utilized like I would have hoped he was utilized. Honestly, he did his thing. He came out, he, destroyed some buildings. He caused people to go crazy. He made the Green Lantern think Batman was a demon and they fought, which wasn't really even a fight. He made Wonder Woman think Batman was a demon. They fought. It wasn't a fight. He made Superman think Batman was a demon. It wasn't a fight. Zatanna just easily took out Wonder Woman, easily took out Superman without a problem. She just used her magic and boom, you're down. Boom, you're down. That's it. Batman took off Jon Stewart's ring, which Batman can do. He can do it. He did the same thing to Hal Jordan in Justice League War. So he took off Jon Stewart's ring, and Jon Stewart was out for the count. But Dr. Destiny really, he wasn't a villain. Like, to me, it would have been better if he actually was a villain worth, like, fighting. That's just me. At the end of the day, Dr. Destiny's an extremely powerful villain. Without this movie, if you read the comic books, even if you watch the Justice League episode, which I can't get in my head right now, but if you watch that, he's an extremely powerful villain, and he is definitely someone not to mess with. But they used him and they utilized him not really good in this movie to me. He really didn't do anything. When he was destroying building stuff, he was in his little bubble, and it wasn't much worth of a villain to me. As a matter of fact, Felix Faust, he's also in this movie. He's also a villain. He's a wizard and he's a villain. He put up a better fight against the Justice League Dark than the main villain, Dr. Destiny, did. There was a whole sequence of them fighting Felix Faust, and he was legit putting in work. He was dominating them at a time. He could have been a better main villain for this movie, even though he shouldn't have been a main villain. They should have switched roles and had Dr. Destiny doing what Felix Faust did, and so on and so forth. They should switch roles, but they didn't. Felix Faust did way more damage to Justice League Dark than the actual main villain, Destiny. So that's a gripe that I have. I didn't really like how they utilized Dr. Destiny. It really wasn't much. Deadman was pretty cool. He's the comic relief of the group. Like, the movie was okay. Zatanna was dope. She's always dope. Zatanna's always dope. John Constantine was dope. He's always dope. Like I said, Batman was kind of a side character, to be honest with me. Like, to be honest with you, he was a side character, and he did his thing. He's Batman. He's gonna get his hits and his fighting and his skills, and he's gonna do what he gotta do. But he wasn't like the main focus of this movie. Who else did I talk about? Jason Blood, Etrigan. Etrigan was dope, man. Like, Etrigan was dope, and they killed Jason Blood. Like, why did you kill Jason Blood? Swamp Thing was dope. Swamp Thing had the best action sequence against Dr. Destiny of anyone else in the movie. Like, his action sequence was the best, and then Dr. Destiny gets rid of him, like, destroys him. Like, come on now. But, it is what it is. Definitely, I would say, if you can see it for free, definitely do that. If you can, like, if your friend buys it digitally or on February 7th it comes out on Blu-ray, if your friend buys it on Blu-ray, definitely watch it with them. I would probably not spend the money on it, just because it was alright, but it wasn't up there. Like, this didn't blow me away like Under the Red Hood. Like I told you guys last week, Under the Red Hood is my favorite DC anime movie of all time. This didn't blow me away like that. This was half of what Under the Red Hood is. Like, it was not that great. It was alright. I would watch it again. I'll watch it with my nephew probably. Like, and my girlfriend actually has started to get into DC content, so maybe I'll watch it with her. But it wasn't like blow you out of your seat. Oh my gosh, Justice League Dark was amazing. It wasn't nothing like that, man. Again, I'm not gonna get into the actual scene by scene take. It's an hour and 15-minute movie. There's no way I'm gonna do that. I could do that with Dragon Ball Super because it's only 30 minutes. But overall, if I had to give it a number, I would probably give it a 7. I'd give it a 7 because Dr. Destiny was not utilized right. Jason Blood is gone. Swamp Thing, gone. Like, all 3 of them are gone. It wasn't, and even more so, why I would probably give it a 7 is the story was, the plot was kind of iffy itself. Like, there was no, like, I guess the best way you say it is, Justice League Dark is its own thing. Fine. That's cool. But when you look at all the other DC animated movies that have come out in the last couple of years, they're all connected. Justice League Dark does not connect to them any way, shape, or form, like, at all. It doesn't connect to them at all. Like, Son of Batman obviously is connected to Batman vs. Robin. Batman vs. Robin is obviously connected to Justice League versus Titans. Justice League versus Titans is connected to Batman Bad Blood. Like, these are all New 52 DC animated movies, and they're all connected. They're all the same universe, obviously, but they're connected. You can bring up something from one movie that will be brought up again in another movie. And I understand that this, again, is Justice League Dark, and it's its own thing, but it would have been nice if they had used a plot from another movie. For example, Justice League vs. Teen Titans. The main villain was Trigon, right? The main villain is Trigon, who's Raven's father. If Trigon had been the main villain in this movie, because Raven uses magic, Trigon is a magical villain, so on and so forth. If Trigon had been the main villain in this movie, it would have made more sense, right? It would have made a lot more sense. And it would have been even better because there's a new Titans movie coming out within the next couple of months. And it's called Titans, what's it called? Jericho. The Jericho, I forgot the title of it, but it's about Deathstroke. It's going to be about Deathstroke. Jericho, Deathstroke, we know, like, it's going to be about that. So it would have made sense because Trigon was used in Titans versus Justice League, and he could be utilized again in this and say, okay, I want to get back at my daughter and the Titans, so I'm going to put the world into chaos by causing everyone to go crazy and kill each other. That would have made sense, but that's not how they did it. And on top of that, if they had used someone like Trigon, people who don't read DC DC Comics, or have not watched DC animated content, they would be able to still say, oh, I know that guy. That's Trigon. He was from Titans versus Justice League. Like, they could have done it better. They could have utilized it better. So, overall, like I said, I would probably give it a 7. I don't think I would deduct any points or add any points to. I think it's a solid 7 because the animation was great. The voice acting was great. But the plot was iffy. Jason Blood's gone. Swamp Thing's gone. And Dr. Destiny really was not a good enough villain for me, personally. So, that's it, guys. So, let me know how you guys feel about my review. Try to watch the movie first. It just released at 12 midnight. Again, if you can get it, if your friend downloads it, or even if you want to buy it, you can buy it, support Warner Brothers in DC. That's fine. You can buy it if you would like to. But if you can see it for free, you'd probably be better off seeing it for free. That's just me. So let me know how you guys feel about the review. If you've seen it, let me know how you feel about it, and let me know in the comment section below what you would rate it. I definitely would not rate this. I would probably rate this, of all the new 52 DC animated movies, I'd probably rate this at the bottom. That's just me. But let me know how you guys feel. This is my first DC movie in God knows how long, and I'm happy and I'm excited to be doing more. Justice League Action Review is coming up. I don't know, maybe this week, maybe next week, I'm not sure. And also, I have a couple of other reviews to do. I don't know if I'm going to start doing DC TV shows yet. I don't know. It depends on what time. Like, I know The Flash comes on tonight. I know Legends of Tomorrow comes on tonight. Arrow comes on tomorrow. I know that, but I don't know if I'm gonna start doing it yet. It would be beneficial for me to do it because it starts back up tonight. But I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. Also, it depends on how busy I am. So, but you guys let me know if you want me to do Flash, Arrow, and so on and so forth. I already said I'm not doing Supergirl, and I probably won't do DC Legends of Tomorrow often. I may do it once in a while, but I probably won't do it often. But let me know if you guys want me to do that or not. Let me know how you feel about my review. If you've seen the movie, let me know if you liked it or not, if it was good or not, if it was bad, if it was terrible, whatever. Let me know. And don't forget to like, favorite, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, next to the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you get my content first. It'll ring right up on your phone or wherever you get your YouTube notifications. It'll ring right there. And I guess that's it, guys. So, I'm SimDCsReviews, and I'll holla at y'all later. One.